Hi, crypto people, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host, Martin, and this is episode 95. Free 7-week crypto educational program in Bitcoin Guzzling, Georgia's hydropower. Now, if you're catching this stream live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you are thinking. Now, if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us, once the stream is on, you can join us on the Discord. Links are in the description. Yeah. So, let's shift to the regular view, I guess, and get the show on the road, right? Yeah. Anyway, so this might be of interest to some of you guys that are trying to figure out what else to do in crypto. Anderson Horowitz announced that their A16Z crypto startup school had open applications for its 7-week educational program and to help users get started with building in crypto, right? Now, the program, which will start in late February of next year, will consist of in-person lectures conducted in Menlo Park, California, with videos of the event and curriculum materials going online afterwards. Now, according to the press release, the program is completely free. Now, they are stating that the curriculum is meant to supplement and not replace the many other excellent programs and resources that help founders learn about building tech startups. Now, Crypto Startup School partner Jesse Walden also took to Twitter to explain more about the school and the 7-week program, stating that all new partners, there are early, he's basically saying that there's going to be some challenges, right? Mainly adoption. He's saying that interfaces aren't immediately user-friendly, best practices are poorly understood, there are wide misconceptions about the technology itself and its capabilities, yet many generational opportunities in tech were realized by entrepreneurs that pioneered or applied emergent best practices to push mainstream adoption amidst new platform shifts. So, why am I mentioning this? Because I think it's pretty cool, man. Free education, even if you don't need it, at least you will get a better understanding of crypto, blockchain, or even how to get a startup going, right? There might be some tips there. So if it's something that is of your interest and you believe you could get something out of it, you can go and sign up, right? I mean, I'm not getting paid to say anything like that. The link's in the description. You guys can go to the article and then, go down the rabbit hole and start clicking through the links and see if you can get to the website and sign up, right? But again, free education, right? It might be something that could give you a potential advantage later on something else. I am going to go online and look at what they have, probably. And depending on what I see, I will probably sign up. I like free education, man. Especially if it is on blockchain and cryptos or basically startup stuff, right? Next article. Spain's largest network, Cadena SER, has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the hackers behind it are demanding 750,000 euros, or approximately $827,000 worth of Bitcoin to decrypt the system. Now, according to Blipping Computer, the problem may be related to Everest, a popular IT company and one of Spain's largest managed service providers, which was also hit with the ransomware attack. Now, Everest employees revealed that when they were implementing a patch to fix its vulnerabilities, the screens turned black because the antivirus rule. At press time, the attack appears to be ongoing and security researchers haven't yet managed to decrypt the affected machines, right? Let's go look at the market. What's happening? Well, money right now seems to want to be flowing into the crypto sphere, but very little, 0.21% right now, still today. Sitting at 230.25, right? Yesterday, closing at 229.76, going down 4.16%. So right now, let's go to Bitcoin dominance. Where's dominance for Bitcoin? Bitcoin's losing dominance still. Yesterday dropped 0.55%. Right now, still dropping 0.17, sitting at 68.70% of market cap. So yeah, let's go to the Bitcoin article. I do have an article for Bitcoin today. And according to the BBC's Sounds podcast, Georgia, The country, not the state in the US, Georgia, is one of the top Bitcoin miners in the world, considering its annual revenue of $500 million. Yeah, billion will be. And now the electricity consumption of Bitfuries for Bitcoin mining is in like approximately 389.7 million kilowatt hours. And this figure of consumption excludes other miners, and it's already taken a big piece of the pie. Now the country has been attracting a lot of miners given the attractive hydroelectricity costs and the tax benefits. Bitfury consumes a whopping 4% of the total electricity produced in Georgia. That's a lot of electricity, man. And it was further added that this was just a generalized number that excluded a lot of other micro miners, and that Georgia has not analyzed an electricity consumption based on industry sectors, and neither did they. So apparently the number is not well founded, right? It doesn't have any data backing it. So again, the person that they were interviewing says that he thinks, or she thinks, it goes more than 10%. It consumes more electricity than big industries that Georgia has, and it's beating all direct consumers. Now, massive power consumption by crypto mining facilities has erupted protests in several locations, mainly due to the frequent power outages in Svaneti region. Now, Bitfury's founder, Valery Vavilov, responded to the above that the energy consumed by mining Bitcoin is far less compared to the extraction of metals required to mint traditional coins. Vavilov explained that moving to Georgia was a good decision due to the country's straightforward tax regimes and fairly cheap electricity. Now, taxes in Georgia is very friendly on labor costs and simplicity. Georgia has only 4 taxes, and it is super straightforward. Now, things that I have with this article, man, I want to see where this lady is getting her Valerie. I'm not sure if it's a guy or girl, but it sounds like a girl's name or a lady's name. I'm not sure if Valerie Vavilov got her numbers from somewhere, right? The mining industry does consume electricity, but at least you're producing something that is physical and that you use it every day, right? The metal, right, for computers, for your watches, for your cars. Without mining, we wouldn't have many or any of the things that we need today. So again, that's why mining was such a very important thing to happen to people, especially when they learn how to start doing things with metal, how to smelt it, etc. And then you had the Industrial Revolution. But again, even your cell phone without mining, you wouldn't have cell phones, you wouldn't have internet, you wouldn't have anything, because cables are made out of metal and metal comes from the ground. But you cannot compare yourself to an industry that does produce a physical commodity that has real world use against just mining for Bitcoin, right? So I'm mining for Bitcoin. The mining industry does produce a lot more to mint coins. BS, man. I don't believe that statement, so I believe she might be off. But again, your mile may vary. From the experience that I have, I do believe that mining real world metals does bring more stuff into the world, a lot more productive stuff and stuff that we actually need compared to just mining Bitcoin, right? Anyway, so let's go on to the Bitcoin chart. I don't have any news after this except for Binance, so I'm just gonna start going through the charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, and then we'll do the Binance news and then jump here for Binance again. So let's check it out. What is happening with the Bitcoin sitting at 8,772? Man, did we do something? Not yet. We're still trying to move up on today. 0.11% off from yesterday's drop again, bouncing off that upper part of the downsloping channel, using that support right now, making negative momentum right now also, and sitting neutral on the other side, 47.53 now. From here, right now this native momentum island is still developing, so again I don't want to call anything yet to it, but if you want to call something from the previous low, would be this one. You will be going slightly higher, and you will be going in, right? So you would be creating hidden bullish divergence, price continuation. Again, we are in a downtrend, so again, price continuation could still mean price action to the downside. I'm gonna get rid of this lines. Just remember that we called them out here, because this could still develop, right? This just started to develop. So again, we really need to keep on tracking this to see where it's gonna go. So Nothing else happening here on the daily. Let's go into the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, see, we're trying to move to the upside. We face some resistance by that mid part of the channel. I think we called it yesterday. We actually hit it at 2 in the morning, then again at 6 in the morning, and then right now. So again, we had this kind of upsloping consolidation. We said it's usually bearish. We might break to the downside. We're starting to move it to the downside right now. Are we doing something against the previous low right now? Here on the 4 hours, no. We're still higher, making less negative momentum, and sitting sold on oversold on the RSI at 28.27. So, you know, Bitcoin not really playing ball yet. Still, I guess, still consolidating. We can still call that. If you wanted to ignore this upsloping channel, and you said, nah, man, I don't believe we're doing an upsloping channel, that's fine. We could say that you have this going on, right? And it would be sort of a symmetrical triangle. But again, you're having very little movement. Will and James, how's it going, brother? Thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here for the stream. Again, we're getting that movement to the downside we said we might get from here. We're also getting that rejection of the mid part of the downsloping channel. Negative momentum decreasing, oversold on the RSI. Let's go into the 1 hour, man. First, if we can get a better picture of what's going on the 1 hour. Sitting sold neutral now at 40.01. Again, we're flirting with that neutral zone. That positive momentum dying out. Sitting, trying to like do a U-turn here in price. Why, you might ask? Well, you're not going to see it in this chart, but we're going to see it in another one. And it is a mix of charts, basically, that's driving this. This low here, the lowest low that we have, more immediate. The closing was 8,746. This low here, the closing was 8,750. It's a $4 difference. From here to here, you're technically not making divergence on any of the oscillators. But if we go to this chart, for example, look at this. The closing was 8,743, and the closing over here was 8,742. So you're slightly lower here than you are here. So you will be going inwards, right? Or at least sideways if you wanted to consider it. And you will be going inwards here. So you're creating a bullish divergence. You're creating a class B, medium, type 2, you know, bullish divergence. Potential price action to the upside. That's where we're getting this small pump. I'm not sure how strong it's going to be. We still have to phase that 20 MA again. Here, if you wanted to ignore that $4 difference and say it's negligible because it's too little, you would also be doing a straight line here on the price then. And same thing would apply. You will be going in. But where you can see it the most is on the tether chart. On the tether chart, for sure, you can see that you're sitting much lower here than that dotted line. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see it there. Now, from here to here, you're definitely going lower on the tether. And from here to here, you're going to zero. You can still drop. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's going to reverse full throttle, go to like 100, you know, 100% up. But no. Right now, it just means we're probably going to get a small bump for the time being. I'm not sure how strong this divergence is going to play out yet. You would also have it, again, with the RSI, right? And I guess if we go to the RSI on this one, you would also have it as well. I just didn't call it. Here and then on this one as well. So again, on all the charts, you more or less have it here. Like I said, the price is a little bit higher, so you would technically be going with the market. But if you want to ignore that $4-5 difference, then you would be cool. Here you do have it. Here and here you do have it as well. So again, in a couple of charts you have it, in a couple of charts you don't have it. Different charts, different stops, right? Anyways, like I said, we potentially move to the upside. We'll probably touch that 20 MA and then try to bounce or break it. If we fail to break it, then we also have that mid part of the channel right there. So again, we're probably going to have a lot of resistance on that area. We're probably going to break down. If we break down, we might come down here and bounce again of this upper part of the downsloping channel, creating negative momentum finally, right? And really going to a place where we can anchor to a negative momentum part and to a negative lower low in the negative momentum island, and creating real bullish divergence, like stronger than this, because this is a sideways motion, and here we're going to a positive, right? So it would be like going to zero. But we do have it on the RSI. Here we have it on the MACD, but you usually want to trace your divergences to another island. So from an island to an island, not from an island to a positive momentum, but technically it is lower and you could do it. It just means you're going to zero. Anyways, let's reload this real quick and reload here. There we go. Music. It's back. Anyways, Yeah, if we move to downside, we know where we're gonna go, right? We talked about those movements to downside right now, upper part of the downsloping channel, then potentially hit that 8,400 if we break that, and then if we break that still, we have that lower, or that lower part of the more minor downsloping channel that we could go and try to bounce off, right? That being that line here, this one. You won't be able to see on the screen unless I zoom out, but then it will look too little. But that's the one that I'm talking about, right? This small line. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this, man. Not much happens to Bitcoin since yesterday, so let's go into Ethereum, man. Ethereum on the daily, yesterday gaining dominance 2.80% right now, struggling to gain dominance 0.02%, sitting at 8.68% of market cap. Ethereum, positive price action, gaining a little bit today, 0.05%. 0.03%, sorry. Yesterday, negative price action, coming down here, breaking out of this triangle that we have, bouncing off that 20 MA. Positive momentum still decreasing and sitting neutral on the RSI at 51.47. I'm not sure if I called the RSI on Bitcoin on the 1 hour, but yeah, we're flirting with that 40. Yeah, I remember now. Anyways, let's go back to this on the daily, right? We had the divergence playing out, seeing price action to the downside right now. It would seem that we could still go up again if, and this could still hold validity if we shift this maybe here. And this up here. Nah, I'm done liking the way it's shifted. Anyways, we're within that upsloping, just breaking outside of that upsloping trend. When we go more micro, we'll see if we're in there or not. Anyways, nothing else developing besides that divergence that we called a couple of days ago. So let's go in a little bit tighter, right? The 4 hour, see what's going on. So all these lines from the 1 hour keep on showing up. That's just freaking insane. Anyways, moving to the downside. No seems on stopping it. Now, see what we talked about here. We don't have that divergence. Even though we had that small move to the downside, like Bitcoin, it didn't go as low to create that bullish divergence that we want to create for this to pump with a lot of strength. Right now, we're trying to like make up what happened on the previous candle where we dropped. What would be nice here is coming down here, creating divergence, pumping to the upside. Right now it's pumping, probably fighting Bitcoin a little bit, gaining that dominance, you know, money flowing more into Ethereum than Bitcoin again. Could potentially be one of the factors why Bitcoin was not as affected, Ethereum was not as affected by Bitcoin's drop. Now, if we were to move a little bit lower from here, right, we will probably create that negative momentum that we need to create that divergence and probably bounce from there. This is from the 1 hour. So anyways, nothing here. We're just going down. Nothing going on there. If anything, and I'm sure we probably called it already. I'm not sure. Don't quite look like a head and shoulders, but you know it could be there, right? Like you might in the 1 hour might be able to see it. I'm not sure if we called it here and then we erased it or not. But you know, shoulder, head. Shoulder, right? And then we have the neckline right here. I think we had called this. I'm not sure. I remember we called it head and shoulders once. It's from the top to the neck. Our measure move hit over here. And then from there on, we're struggling, right? So we did hit a measure move. That is a head and shoulders pattern. I'm pretty sure we called it. Maybe I'm not sure if we called it on this one or on something else. But I remember we had called it head and shoulders. It's technically a little bit higher than this, you know, a little bit skewed, but it is a valid head and shoulders pattern, right? Especially because we hit that measure move as well. Anyways, yeah, let's keep on going with this. So we had this divergence here. Hidden bearish, right? We said price continuation. We kept on moving down a little bit. Right now we're starting to stagnate, try to drop again. We're trying to curve that. Now, are we doing something here? Well, no. Lower low than the previous low. Higher low than the previous low, sorry. Less negative momentum. Also higher on the RSI. On the price. What was this closing? 185.60. 185.62. So yeah, you could technically say that these are the same height. The question is, are you going lower on the price? Yes, you're also going lower on your RSI. So you did have bearish divergence developed. You had class B, medium bearish divergence. So yeah, price action to the downside. You're seeing it play out right now, right? That's what's happening with this. This developed at midnight. Here, struggling to get higher and then just breaking down, right? So again, negative momentum building, sitting neutral on the RSI at 46.25. That's it for Ethereum right now. Nothing else going on. Let's go to the Ripple. Ripple yesterday losing dominance 1.08%. Right now gaining 0.79% dominance, sitting at 5.22% of market cap. The price of the Ripple. Ripple again trying to break above slightly. Yesterday we got above that 27.911, but we're too weak to sustain it. Breaking below it again, facing it as a resistance on the daily. We have it there, making a lower low than the previous low. Again, more negative momentum, and if you want to do something, well, we would be ignoring these two islands, and it would be too much data. But from here to this low, and from here to here, you would also be just going with the market. I thought we were going to have some sort of divergence, but now that I look at this, it's definitely much lower. 398, 280, yeah. And from here to here, yeah, so you're also going in. So right now you're not developing any kind of divergence here, bullish. So again, just the bearish divergence that we developed. Price action to the downside. We've seen it played out. Right now we're doing a U-turn, but failing to get above that. Sitting at 44.79 on the RSI on the daily. So let's go into the 4 hour, man. 4 hour, 1 drop, 2 drops. We had some, maybe some divergence going on here on the 1 hour. We'll check it out when we get there. Price action to the upside again, breaking us slightly above, then moving down below again. So we weren't not even able to close one candle, full candle, over that 27.911 on the 4 hour. Are we doing something? Not yet, man. We're flirting again with that, trying to go to the upside. We'll see if we can break it, but right now not looking too strong for Ripple. Sitting at 37.41 on the RSI again, sold but not on that oversold area. Low, lower, low, more negative momentum, also lower on the RSI from the previous island. Well, you're definitely lower, and you have more negative momentum, also much lower on the RSI. So again, just going with the market, nothing on the top here to call again bullish or bearish. Sorry. So let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, bullish divergence, right, with the MACD. Then we had bullish divergence. Sorry, I'll zoom this so it's a little bit better to see on the screen, right? So here you're going lower, right? Again, no, you don't have it on the RSI, but you had bullish divergence. Here you also had bullish divergence, right? Price action to the upside. We're going up. Yesterday, I think we were around this candle. Yeah, this candle. When the stream started, we were going on this one. Look, man, we just closed at that 27.911. Closing 27.920, so almost spot on that 27.911. Next candle opening above it, but failing to really stay above that area. Breaking down two or three candles afterwards, then try to get above it again, close there for a candle, and then just can't sustain it, right? Not sustainable 27.911 right now. So it's giving us some resistance there. Again, right now sitting below that 20 MA, been facing it as resistance for the past 3 hours. Right now on this candle too. This candle still developing, still has 34 minutes to go. Again, are we doing something? Low, high, again, nothing here. High, low. Yeah, if anything, we would have... so this is higher. You're going lower. All right, we'll go to here. So you're here to here. Again, at midnight. So you are developing hidden bearish divergence, price continuation. We seem to be in a downtrend, right? So again, we might move to the downside. That's what we're probably breaking down as well. Right now, we're trying to do a U-turn again, facing that 20 MA. I'm not sure how strong we're gonna be there. That might still move us down a little bit more on Ripple. Just watch out, guys, when you trade this. Be careful. There is this divergence also on the RSI, hidden bearish. That is certainly could play out, right? Again, sitting 47.61 on the RS, 47.37 on the RSI, being neutral. Let's go to Litecoin. After Litecoin, I do have an article for Binance, so we'll look at that article. There weren't too many news from yesterday night to today, at least not interesting ones. A lot of price predictions, and again, we don't look at those, but real actual content that matters, at least until Binance, right? We had only 4 articles for today, so again, not much since last night, right? It's almost been 12 hours since the stream, so Let's see what's going on. Litecoin dominance yesterday gained, right, on doing what it happened on the previous day, so 2.70% up. Right now, gaining 0.81, sitting at 1.68% of market cap. You know, yeah, that's it for Litecoin dominance. Let's go to the price of Litecoin. Litecoin sitting at $60.99. Back into this upsloping channel that we had. We had that bearish divergence, price action to the downside. We've seen it played out. We almost bounced at that mid part of the channel. Right now, trying to undo what we did on the previous day. At least looks like we're 70 to 75% of the way up from the previous channel. Sorry, from the previous candle. Sitting at 55.28 on the RSI. So let's go. Nothing else has developed there on the daily. So again, let's go into the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, this stuff that we can see here, these lines are from the 1 hour, and again, they keep on showing in the 4 hours. And if you guys watch this, I change them every day, and they just come back. It's just insane. Anyways, we're sitting at 48.77 on the RSI, making negative momentum, but less of it right now. It's starting to stagnate, decrease. Again, positive candle building right now, bullish engulfing the previous candle that we had. Something that we should watch out for is that 20 MA. We might face it as resistance if we break above it. Then we have that upper part of the upsloping channel. But again, the more major trend with Litecoin is down sloping again. So again, just be careful. If we break this, then I would definitely shift this a little bit, make it a little bit larger channel, so we can cover this area, and then see where our next resistance will be. We also would have a resistance at that 236 at 70.69. But again, that is if this was to pump hardcore, and for that to happen, I think Bitcoin is going to have to pump. So I'm not sure if Litecoin is going to be strong enough to move on its own. Anyways, that's it for Litecoin. Low, higher low again, high on the RSI, right? So you're usually going with the market right now. No divergence here that I can call, except for divergences that we called previously. Let's go to the 1 hour, right? We had that hidden bearish divergence develop. We said we could still go higher, and we did. And you take this one to here, and you take this one to here, and guess what? Still developed that hidden bearish divergence. I told you guys we needed to pump really high for this to negate it. For this to be negated. Anyways, we need to have at least gotten to 62.32, right? And we couldn't. Don't get me wrong; he has recovered much better than everyone else. But again, not a project that I really dig. Now, something that I'm watching out for here, and it's a very potential on the 1 hour. You could potentially be developing a head and shoulders pattern. With this being the third shoulder, the shoulder being developed, right? It is slightly lower than the previous shoulder, and the neckline would also be this line that we just traced. So I'll extend this right now. We know we had that hidden bearish divergence, price continuation. We're in a downtrend. Price continuation should be going to the downside. We're facing that 20 MA on the 1 hour, but if this was to go up, that line is not far off from being confluent with the upper part of the Bollinger Band. So again, it could pose a resistance right there, but if you were to break this, you had an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So again, it's a bullish, it would be bullish, right? So you go from the head to the neck, and whatever you break it, you would expect to at least return to $64. If it was to be a valid head and shoulders, again, it's still forming. Keep an eye out for it as the day goes by. Again, I'm not going to be here tonight. I'll be here until tomorrow night. I am taking my kid camping, and we're going to leave in a couple of hours. So I'll keep on going with this analysis, right? Anyways, low, higher low, less negative momentum. Higher on the other side than the previous one. So again, just going with the market. On the bottom part, no bullish divergence developing yet. This negative momentum island still decreasing right now. Sitting neutral on the other side, 50.24. Again, just want to see how or where if this keeps on developing, right? Boom. That's it for this. Let's go on to Binance. Oh, I do have an article for Binance, so we'll do that one first. On Binance, we're going to talk about Advanced Cash and or ADV Cash. And it's a payment platform that combines prepaid cards, crypto, and fiat features, right? It has e-wallets in multiple currencies, which allows for easy withdrawals and deposits regardless of nationality. Now, why are we talking about this? It's not Binance, right? Why are we talking about this in the Binance segment? Well, because Binance announced yesterday that it has recently partnered with Advanced Cash to offer withdrawals and deposits for additional fiat currencies. Now, they are stating that thanks to the partnership, Binance will now also support Euro, Ruble, Kazakhstani coin, I can't remember the name, and Ukrainian hryvnia, which was already added to the exchange fiat support basket earlier. Also, the Kazakhstani coin was added to the exchange, and the ruble, right? But so why are they partnering with Advanced Cash? And here's where it's going to get interesting, right? This will allow users owning the above currencies to deposit into the exchange wallet via bank cards, credit cards, or Advanced Cash's own wallet, but you're not going to have fees. So again, once the funds get to the Binance wallet, user will be able to purchase cryptocurrencies directly with a single click. So again, you're going to have like if you were buying on Amazon, right? One click to buy. Anyways, according to Binance's announcement, the new move will bring a number of benefits, including zero deposit fees, right? For any of the 4 fiat currencies, if users deposit them via Advanced Cash wallet. Now, other benefits include increased speed, easy access, as well as the ability to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple directly. Now, according to the exchange, there is no need to review complex charts or examine all order types. All that you need to do is look at the coin's real-time price and execute trades. Now, what's wrong with this? The only thing that I can see is that if you buy one click, you're going to be probably getting the taker fee, not the maker fee, because you're going to be taking liquidity from the market, not putting liquidity into the market, and that is probably not going to be the best. So again, something that you might want to keep in mind, that even though they're not charging you a fee to transfer, just probably from using one click, you're probably going to be accessing the higher fees on Binance, right? Let me go and put another track here, because why not? I'm not sure if it already plays this one or not, but yeah, that's it for the articles. Let's go look at Binance, man. What's happening with the Binance? Binance daily dominance yesterday, gaining a little bit, 0.31%. Right now, losing 0.15%. Again, sitting at 1.33% off market cap. Not much happened yet. We seem to be halfway on doing half of the gains that we had yesterday on market cap, but let's wait and see how this keeps on developing, right? Binance, what's happening with Binance? Sitting at $19.65. Not much. We had that move yesterday to the downside. Right now, we're trying to recover. We moved a little bit higher. We hit $20, almost spot on. The high being 20.00418. So again, almost $20, facing it as a resistance again. Round numbers, psychological resistance. So we kind of touched it, wicked, rejected it. So we're also rejecting lower prices on that 20 MA. So we can say that right now we're range bound. Anyways, not very strong that you reject $20. It's not a very strong psychological resistance, but again, we should have at least tried to wick a little bit higher than that. Anyways, what's going on in the bottom part? Well, nothing. You're starting to make your new negative momentum island. You're definitely higher than the previous low. So again, not much going on here on the daily, except for what we looked at previously. So let's go into the 4 hour, man. Again, the things from the 1 hour still show up here. I hate it, man. Anyways, it just makes my chart get really, really confusing, man. And anyways, we'll ignore the things in the back. We already called them out before. If anything, November the 5th. Yeah, this is even November the 5th. So let's look at what's going on in the shorter frame, right? Low, lower low, more negative momentum. Higher low, less negative momentum. Nothing. We're just going with the market, right? Same thing happening on the RSI. Low, lower low, lower in the RSI, and higher on the RSI right now. So again, on the top part, well, we'll just have the RSI and we're just going with the market. So nothing happening on the 4 hours. Just, moving around. We had divergence that we called on the 1 hour yesterday. We're calling it out as it was building. We were here at 10 p.m. Guess what? We kept on building it. And remember what I said, you really need to make really higher prices, at least up here, to negate it. Well, we still created a hidden bearish divergence. Price continuation. Again, we're in a downtrend. We got that move to the downside. I'm not sure how strong it's going to be right now, but we're still right now starting to make that negative momentum on the 1 hour, sitting at 42.94 on the RSI. Again, neutral, but low on that neutral zone, right? Almost hitting sold, and a move to the downside will probably get us on that sold area. again, more immediate stuff that could happen. If we were to go down, right, we could potentially make a lower low than this previous low that we have here, going and creating less negative momentum and then bouncing from there, right? So again, we could create some divergence, bullish, and play off that. 1 second, guys. Phone's ringing. There we go. Ignored. For some reason, my ringtone is on. It's usually on mute. Anyways, that's it for Binance. Really not much happening except that this thing that we called that we're seeing it play out. So again, more or less what we called yesterday, it's what's happening with the market, right? So here we also had called something here. We could, I forgot to shift it here on Bitcoin, but we could go here. We still have that divergence, price action to the downside again. We kind of swell, it's not like wave to the downside, but again, right now creating that bullish divergence. We might go to the upside again slightly. Let's want to see how this keeps on developing, guys. That's it for today. Does anyone have any coin requests? There's 5 people tuned in. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. William James, if you're still with us, brother, let me know if you want me to look at something. If not, that'll be it for today. And then I'll go get ready to go on my camping trip. Yeah, so no requests, I guess. Cool, man. Thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it that you showed up, man. I know it's not the time that we usually do the show. It means a lot to me, really, that you decide to come and spend time with me when I do this small rant on crypto prices and news. Talk about the market, you know. Yeah, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, for anyone that's here, right? Even if you don't chat and you just sit here and chill with us, I appreciate it a lot. Anyways, guys, Will and James, again, thank you for coming and chilling. That's gonna be it for today, guys. There's not much going on the market. I'll just look real quick, see if there's anything of the coins that we should look at that has pumped. You like the time a little bit better, or you like it that's more just TA and not so many news? I'm trying to look real quick at the market, see if there's anything that has pumped a little bit more. But again, everything is moving more or less the same. Link did a 3% move on the daily. Link looking nice right now. You like the time better? Yeah. I like the time better as well, but usually during the week I'm at work, man. So it makes it really, really complicated for me to be here at this time, right? We'll see. Next Friday, I think I'm probably gonna be off work. I might do a show at this time and then another one at night. Depends on how things are going with work. I'm going to do home office on Friday, and then Saturday I'll try to do like 2 streams. It just depends. But I'm probably next weekend I'm just gonna be with my kid alone. My wife has to travel, and she's gonna take the baby with her. But then I'm staying with the kid, with my son, and then we'll see where things go from there. But I'm not sure how that's gonna work out for me in the news because he demands a lot of attention. Anyways, we're in that upsloping channel right now. On Link, nice move to the upside. Again, recovering much better than everyone else. Even not tanking that hard from Bitcoin, just move to the downside. Recovered already more than that. So Link playing like a champ, man. Are we doing something here on Link? I just want to look at Link because it's interesting how it's playing out. This is probably from the 1 hour. Here we had this divergence. Also, all those lines are probably from the 1 hour. Or this was probably a triangle that I had traced here on the 4 hour. We kind of broke to the upside, reversed it. And we'll try to move, right? Low, lower, low, more negative momentum, nothing there. High, higher, high, more positive momentum, nothing here on the 4 hour. Let's go on the 1 hour, man. Yeah, on the 1 hour we definitely also nothing. Lower than the previous low, more negative momentum. Higher, less negative momentum. You know, no bearish divergence. Oh snap! We do have bearish divergence developing right now. From here to here. From here to here. You're going higher on your price, lower on your RSI. Again, get potential move to the downside. You're breaking down. You're trying to bounce off again right now. But watch out for a link. You know, you can still move to the downside. Come touch this lower part of the upsloping channel using support. If you break it, you have that 20 MA. Again, that's it for a link right now. None of the other coins are doing anything. Never mind. Sky is jumping 4% today. Sky on doing what it lost yesterday. That's it. Low, higher low, less negative momentum. You have hidden. You have hidden bullish divergence. Sorry, here you have it. It looks like we have it, man. Just let me confirm this real quick. 42.44, 42.05. Yeah, it is just very, very slightly lower. And going lower, you're diverging on the bottom part, creating hidden bullish divergence, price continuation. We're getting a pump to the upside right now on the daily. So potentially playing off that again. This thing from the daily coming back to haunt me. You go back to the daily and stay there where you belong. There you go. What's going on here on the top part, right? Let's see. Lower than the previous high, but again, you're converging on the upper part. Right from here to here, going lower. This positive momentum island still developing. Again, you can get negated, but just keep in mind that these could play out, and you're right now developing. Stay there. There we go. Developing hidden bearish divergence, price continuation. Again, you're sort of on a sideways motion, but mainly down sloping in the longer term. So again, good potential mean price action to downside. You're moving down, bouncing off that 20 MA 3 times. Hope it's strong enough to hold you, and if it is, then you might see higher prices. Again, sitting neutral on the RSI at 48.06. Let's go into the 1 hour. The 1 hour, man, nice pump at midnight. Higher than the previous high again, more positive momentum, nothing here. Higher, lower again, negative momentum. If anything, we're gonna create hidden. If this goes lower for some reason, we're gonna create hidden bullish divergence. Price continuation. We're in an uptrend right now. Shorter term is uptrend, but you know, we'll see how this keeps on developing, right? From here, 148.0145. So from here to here, you were developing. Right, it's very small, but you were developing bullish divergence, price action to the upside. That's what brought you to the upside, right? And you also have it on the RSI, so you'll be going from here to here. There we go. So again, bullish divergence developed yesterday. Moved you slightly to the upside, right? Right now you're using that 20 MA support on the 1 hour. That's it. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I've been here for 45 minutes. I usually don't mind the time, but right now I do need to get going. I do have stuff that I still need to get ready before we leave on the trip. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you guys get to catch this stream late tonight, I hope you enjoy it. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, bring them into the crypto sphere, and let them know that we're here. Anyways, thank you guys. That's gonna be all for today. Thank you for coming and spending time with me. Yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate it. I hope you have a blast this weekend. I'll catch you guys tomorrow night, depending on what time I come in. That'll be the time that I start the stream. If I get in too late, there might be no news, just the TA part of it. If I get in with enough time, there might be a couple of articles. I'm not sure yet how many, but some articles will probably be there. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching.